Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to Make It Happen Monday. So this is the first Make It Happen Monday of 2023, and I'm so excited to be back with you guys and providing you one video per month to do something that helps your business move forward. So today we're going to be talking about installing a Yoast plugin on your WordPress or Shopify websites. But I also want to tell you every other week of the month. So the first week of the month, you can find a video here. And every other week of the month, there is a blog post that is written that is on my website at bemorebusiness.com. So I hope to see you over there as well as here. Now let's dive into installing that Yoast plugin and getting you rolling with improved SEO performance. The place you want to start for this particular exercise is on your WordPress dashboard. Now, this also works for Shopify. I'm not going to demonstrate Shopify, but if you have a Shopify website, you can go find where you install applications on your Shopify app and then go ahead and put Yoast there as well. The principle is all the same. It just looks a little different. For WordPress users, however, you're going to come here to Plugins and you're going to click on Add New. When you click on Add New, that's going to bring up a whole list of plugins that you can add. Now, let me give you a caveat here. Please do not go crazy with plugins if you are new to WordPress development. The more plugins that you install on your WordPress website, the more it slows it down and the more doors you open for things like hackers and problems when the software upgrades. Always try to strive to keep your WordPress plugin load really, really light. That said, Yoast is one of those plugins that you really need. So we're going to go ahead and install it on this site. We're just going to search for the keyword Yoast. And Yoast is going to come right up. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Install Now, and it's going to install the plugin, and then we'll need to go activate that plugin. Now, when I come over here to Yoast's website, there is a free version of Yoast and there is a paid version of Yoast. And Yoast also has a host of other things it can do for you as well. We're only worried about its SEO plugin at this point in time. So you can buy the premium package. It costs somewhere around $100 a year. And it is worth the money to invest in it if you are really wanting to rank for certain keyword terms, or you feel that Google is a very integral part of your marketing plan. If you're just launching a website or starting your business, you can use the free version of this plugin for quite a while. It will really help you learn how to do SEO better. It will teach you a lot about SEO, and it will help you be able to modify the way that you present your content on your website in a way that makes Google and other search engines happy. Back on our WordPress dashboard, we can see that Yoast is now installed and that all we need to do is click the Activate button. This is going to go ahead and make Yoast active on all of our pages. It also gives us a little ad here for Yoast, and you can follow some of these buttons for first-time configurations and those type of things. So we're actually going to start on that. We're going to click on first-time configuration because we're going to follow through this particular part of installing the Yoast plugin. So reading all of these things is a way for you to get to know your Yoast plugin a little bit better and to learn about Yoast Premium. If you have any integrations, this is going to be a premium setting. The Webmaster Tools is a premium. Oh, nope. Webmaster Tools is not a premium setting. I thought that was a premium setting. So it is available for you if you want to put in your Google verification code for Google Search Console, which is a really good idea. That's a kind of separate thing. You can go to search.google.com to be able to get this Google verification code. And then if you have any for any of these other search engines. So otherwise than that, many of these things are going to be things that are for the premium edition of the plugin. Again, I'm going to tell you, you don't need that. It's a very reasonably priced plugin. So if you want to invest in it, I'm all for it. 2 thumbs up. But if you're bootstrapping up your business and this is your first website, go ahead and keep the free version for a while. I'm going to keep the free version on this website for quite a while. I do have the paid and premium version for my bemorebusiness.com website. All right, we see here that it has created a Yoast SEO addition to our left-hand side menu. So let's learn how Yoast operates by going to a blog post and working on the SEO for that blog post. So here I am on a blog post. Now, for those of you who use a builder like Divi Builder or Elementor or one of the other WordPress builders, you're going to notice that I'm actually in the Gutenberg builder here. And the reason why I did that is that I've set up this kind of custom format for this website for the blog post. So I just want to address that because I know a lot of people following me are going to be like, wait a minute, my blog post doesn't look quite like that. So that's fine. If you're using Divi for your blog post or you're using Elementor or whatever, you're using the native theme kind of builder for your blog posts, that's cool. When you find Yoast though, your Yoast is going to be underneath the thing where it says edit. In Divi, it's edit post. I'm not sure about Elementor. I don't use that particular theme. I also know there's quite a few others, but wherever the page is where you would enter the title for a blog post, that's where you're going to find Yoast. So this is a blog post. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to show you where Yoast shows up here. It shows up down here at the bottom. And you'll notice that there are some things that are going to keep telling you you need to go premium here. And that's okay. You will do just fine. Just ignore the premium parts if you're not ready to pay for the premium parts. Please do not let Yoast guilt you into buying Yoast before you're ready to buy Yoast. Believe me, you're going to have a lot to learn without the premium product anyway. So Yoast starts out with asking you for a focus key phrase for this particular blog post. If you're on a website page, it's going to ask you for a key phrase for that page. So if you have a question about like, what the heck is a key phrase, you can click on the question mark and it's going to bring up an article that explains to you what a key phrase is and how to use it. So I have already opened that up once and I'm going to close both of those out. So here we're going to put in our focus key phrase. Now this particular blog post is all about my experience working with an iPad and Lightroom. And I think that's what people are going to search for. So I'm going to choose my key phrase as using Lightroom on an iPad. Okay, here's where Yoast is going to go to work for me. So if I scroll down here, I see what my preview is going to look like on Google. So this is it for mobile. And if I look here, that's what desktop looks like. I'm going to go back and just leave it on the mobile for right now. And I need to put in a meta description for this article as well. But first I'm going to, let's go ahead and do the meta description. So let's start here. Considering using an iPad in your Lightroom editing workflow. This article, we'll call it a blog post. That's what it is. Oh, I went too far. See, this went from green to orange, and I wanted to do that on purpose because I don't want you guys to do that. So it's back to orange. So let's shorten it up even shorter. Maybe not do the question part of it. Okay, the orange was because I wasn't long enough. See, I haven't filled it up. And once I fill it up, it'll start to turn green like it did up here. So Yoast is teaching me how to do better SEO. So I'm going to change this, my experience, because I really don't go into into too much on the actual workflow process. I have a video plan for that. So, and photo with Lightroom. We're just going to leave it as Lightroom. Okay, so I'm really close here. I'm very, very close. And here is where understanding how Yoast works is really important. So Yoast tries to get you to be perfect. And unfortunately, most of us are not perfect humans. So if you're close here, close is good enough, guys. If you try to make every little piece of everything fit what Yoast tells you to do, you will drive yourself absolutely insane. So use a little logic and say, okay, this sentence does really well. The others that I attempted were a little too long. Some were too short, but I'm really close here to what would be considered the ideal for this particular meta description. And I could probably add the word photography here. There we go. See, I added the word photography and it turned it green. So I was that close to it. So just play around with it. But if you find yourself absorbing a lot of time and stress on getting these meta descriptions written, it's better to just get your stuff published. And the fact that Yoast is on here is going to help you. Okay, so we've entered a focus key phrase and we've entered our meta description, and we can now see what that meta description looks like on Google. Now we're going to scroll down here, and this is probably going to be closed when you first open it. I'm going to open it up again, and it's going to say my SEO analysis. So here we're going to come down here. We're going to ignore the Go Premium things, and we're going to see what Yoast tells us. So Yoast basically gives us a report card on our SEO for this particular page on our website. So first of all, it tells you what all the problems are, and then it tells you all of the things that you could improve and all of the things that you did right. So here's the problem. Our first problem is our key phrase. Well, that's the premium one. Our internal links. No internal links appear on this page. Make sure to add some. I really don't know if I have, well, I could add a link to Adobe. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to add a text block, and we're going to say, learn more about Lightroom for iPad at adobe.com. Okay, there we go. Now we've added a link. Probably need to make that an actual link. So I'm going to make it a link. We're going to open that in a new tab, and there is a link. So let's go ahead and come down here. And we're going to, first of all, we need to update this post. And when it updates, it should recycle and tell us that now there is an internal link on the page. If it doesn't recycle here, we'll go ahead and hit our refresh key and see if Yoast is happier now. And it may ask for another one. So I'm going to scroll down here, and Yoast is going to reanalyze things. So we're going to come here and we're going to say, no internal links appear on this page. Oh, internal links. Duh. Okay, internal links are on for your website, not for other websites. So an internal link would be something, want to learn more, learn how to do an iPad editing workflow, but don't know where to start. I offer mentorships. And then I'm going to want to link to a page on my site. So I'm going to go to Kimbir Photography here, and I'm going to find my mentorships, learning and coaching. I'm going to grab that link, and I'm going to post it right here. Press return. Then we're going to make this a link, and we're going to allow this one to open in the same tab because it is on my website. Okay. Now you'll notice automatically, now that I did it right, and it's not an external and an internal, whoop, there it is, internal link on this content. Okay. Key phrase in introduction. Your key phrase or its synonyms do not appear in the first paragraph. So make sure you do that. So here's my first paragraph. So here's where I can add it, is right here to, what was it? It was use Lightroom on my iPad. Okay. So now let's see if Yoast is happy about that. Okay, it is. It moved that down here into the good. Now I'm going to come here and look at key phrase and SEO title. Do not appear in the title. Now the title is this up here, what I've learned about mobile editing, and I can just add it using Lightroom on an iPad. Okay. Now we'll scroll back down here and see what Yoast thinks of that. Yay, it's happy. The key phrase was found 4 times. That's less than the recommended minimum 6 for a text of this length. So what it wants us to do is it wants us to come back in here and add using Lightroom on an iPad. So I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to say here's a sentence where I could add that. I'd like to offer some wisdom I picked up along the way about using Lightroom on an iPad. So that's 4. That'll give us 5. So we need 1 more. And so I'm going to come down here to the very end. I think mobile editing. I love my iPad and use, let's go over here. Here we are, using Lightroom on my iPad. Okay, now Yoast should be happy with that. So SEO title width, the SEO title width is wider than the viewer limit. Make it shorter. I'm not going to do that because that's going to cut it out. This is really good. I'm okay with how it looks here. I'm fine with that. And truthfully, my problems are gone except for one. And then my improvements that it's going to offer is an image with the key phrase on it, which I don't have, an image, a key phrase in the introduction, a key phrase in the SEO title, and a key phrase in the slug. I think they want more exact matches for a couple of these, but basically now this particular blog post has a lot better SEO value to it. It's not perfect, no, but it definitely has a lot better SEO value, and Yoast is going to help it get found on Google. So here's how you use this in practice and reality. What you're going to do is you're going to install that Yoast plugin on your WordPress site. And then again, I recommend you start with your blog posts because those are easier for you to be able to go in and focus on deeply. The content on the rest of the pages of your website, it's a little bit more difficult to find that focus key phrase, right? So go ahead and do the blog posts first. If you don't have a blog, start with your about page or a page where you have more of a focused in topic than your home page. When I'm working on SEO on a website, the home page is the last page that I do SEO work on. Also, in this particular video, I hope you have ascertained how important having sort of serialized content on your website really is. So if you host videos on your website, make sure you put a description and use the SEO, use Yoast to help guide the SEO for that description. If you do written blog posts, if you don't do them, maybe you should start. But if you do written blog posts, go ahead and use SEO to guide those. To be honest, these are the ways that the blog post, the serialized content, the things that you do that are very focused in on a topic, those are the things that are going to return the best in a user putting information into Google. This is the reason why I preach so much about having that serialized content program and then publishing that serialized content on your website. It's because that's what is fulfilling what the users are searching for. And it's really going to help you rank for Google search returns. And Yoast is your partner in helping you understand how to make that easier for Google when it comes to look at your website. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that it hasn't overwhelmed you. I always worry about SEO being very overwhelming for people. But truthfully, Yoast is something that can hold your hand through most of this process. Yoast is a reputable company. They're not going to spam you. They're not going to come after you to do it themselves and charge you $600 or $700 a month for something that technically what is happening is that person is using Yoast just to do exactly what I did. That took just a few minutes for me to be able to make a few modifications in the text to be able to help that page rank better. So trust me, you know your audience as a small business owner, and that's who I'm aiming these videos at. And you're going to be able to do this just fine. Just partner up with Yoast for free or slip them some money if you love their plugin and want to be able to use those premium features. I will see you in 1 month on the video. Meanwhile, you can find more great tips to do for your business every week at bemorebusiness.com. Just head over to the blog section and find Make It Happen Monday. Make it a great week.